Let's make some butter tortillas using butter and water. These tortillas come out so soft, so pliable. They are so delicious. You can definitely taste that butter in there. And they do keep for a while, even if you go and warm them back up, they're still going to be soft. These puff up so beautiful. I just love making homemade flour tortillas. Let me show you how I made them. Here I have 6 cups of all-purpose flour. To that I'm adding in 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and I'm going to whisk this really good until it's all incorporated. Then I'm going to add in 1 cup, which is 2 sticks of unsalted butter. This has been melted and slightly cooled. If you're going to use salted butter, do not add that 1 teaspoon of salt that I mentioned. With my clean hand, I'm going to go in and just start mixing this, bringing it together until it becomes a sandy texture. And once I get it to this point, I'm going to start adding my very hot water. I'm starting off with 3 cups. I put this in the microwave for 5 minutes. I may not use all 3 cups, but we'll see. I'm going to mix it with my fork because it is super hot. But once it cools down, I'm going to go in with my hand and I'm going to start kneading it. While you're bringing it together, if you feel that you need more water, just keep adding. You'll know if it feels too dry. If it is too wet, simple solution, just add more flour. And you want to wipe off the sides of that bowl. You don't want to have any visible flour. And now it's time to start kneading. I only used 2 cups of the 3 cups of water that I mentioned. I always knead my dough for a good, I'm going to say about 10 to 12 minutes. You want to have a very nice soft dough. I will say that kneading this dough is very good exercise. You get a very good arm exercise. And I was already tired, like within the first 5 minutes. I had to stretch my arms out. And then I did like another 5 seconds and I got tired again. But I kept going and going. You can definitely do this in your stand mixer and just skip all this. What you want to get is a very nice soft dough, just like this. Now that I'm done with my workout, it's time to start making my dough balls. This is the way that I form mine. With this recipe, you can get at least 24 to 25 tortillas. It really just depends how big or small you make them. If you go back and check my last recipe on tortillas, I made them with milk and butter. And although a lot of people really love that recipe, I did have a lot of questions about the milk part. So I'm here today to show you how I made these with butter and water. And they're going to come out just as good and just as soft. I'm done with this. Here I have some flour. I'm going to dust each of my dough balls in the flour and just add them to my bowl. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to cover with a plastic wrap. I'm going to use 2 pieces of plastic wrap just to make sure that all the dough balls are nice and covered. I'm going to cover this with a kitchen towel. Now I'm going to let these rest for a good hour. After an hour, it's time to start rolling out our tortillas. I just put some flour and then I roll up and down, slight turn, up and down, slight turn, up and down, slight turn. And once I've done that for a couple of times, then I just go all around and just make it into a circle. If you don't know how to roll tortillas, well, you will learn. I also like to stretch mine out. If you're not comfortable with that, then you don't have to do this part. I have my comal preheating. You want the comal hot before you put down your tortilla. I wait about 25 seconds. Then I flip over and I just leave it for about another 15 seconds. That's about it. And if you did it right, your tortillas are going to puff up nice and beautiful. I just placed mine on a kitchen towel. But if you have a special place that you put yours, go ahead and put your tortillas on that. And I'm just going to continue with the rest of my tortillas. Now, what is that saying they say when your tortilla puffs up that you can get married already? I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. I think it was like, ahora sí te puedes casar or something like that. Well, that doesn't pertain to me because I'm already married. But look how beautiful these puff up. I just love it. Too many people are intimidated by making flour tortillas, but it's really not that hard, and you will get the hang of it. Practice makes perfect. I am done with all of my tortillas, and I got 24 tortillas out of this recipe. But like I said, it really just depends how big or small you make them. I always use tortillas for burritos, so I do make them on the bigger side. Now, as you can see, they roll up perfect. They don't break, and they are very, very soft. I use tortillas for burritos, for quesadillas, just to add butter on it. My kids will just come and snag a tortilla and eat it just like that. These are way better than store-bought. These tortillas, they are really delicious. You can definitely taste the butter, like I said. I love making these. They make me so happy. Keep this recipe. You're going to want to make them. And this is the way that I store mine, just in a Ziploc bag. And they will keep for about a week in the refrigerator, and just warm them up on the stove on a comal. That's it. Enjoy.